Hello, beautiful people. I kind of find it different to want to introduce myself like the way I regularly do, but there's a switch, so I have to sometimes get my, when you have to do this. Yeah, so I'm in this mode. Hello, people. Welcome to another edition of SceneOneTV Live, and of course, this is our view on SceneOneTV, and I remain Walter Pappy, of course, Walter Pappy, as you all know me. How are you guys doing? And how is this beautiful week? How has it started off for you guys? But first, let's ask, how was your weekend? Let me start with myself. You know how I always like to do. My weekend was blissful. It was restful, of course, and it was sweet. Yes, it was very, very sweet. In as much as it was somehow short. You know, when you're having fun stuff, there's always this breaker and stuff like that. But it's all good. It was splendid and it was awesome. So, welcome to another beautiful Monday. So, I would like to know how your weekend was rather, and what you did. What did you do over the weekend? Did you see the new movie? Of course, did you see the new movie? I mean, Kidnap. Of course, if you didn't see it, then there's a problem. We are going to have a problem. So if you've seen the new movie, tell me, what do you rate the new movie or what you think about it, right? All right, guys. This is going to be a beautiful show because today we're talking about something that happened over the weekend, and we have a guest, of course, someone who's always unapologetic about her own opinion, which is always very good to hear or to have her in the studio. All right, guys, stay connected because we're going to be talking about Ekiti, who has already decided. They are not deciding anymore. They've decided on their faith. I just had this deep breath, but when we come back from this break, we're going to be talking about it. Stay connected. SceneOneTV is, of course, live. Don't go nowhere.
What's up? What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Generally speaking, I'm a very popular person. People call me Big Don Shegsy. Some people do call me sweetheart, darling, and much more. But that's a private matter. Other people do know me as Shegun Shege or called Jennifer. Or sometimes in my spare time, I could also be Faz, the bad guy. Ladies and gentlemen, for Jennifer's Diary, Industry, and much more bagging entertainment, keep it locked to SceneOneTV. Also, click on the subscribe button on Sceneone YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Kisses.
All right, guys, welcome back. It's still SceneOneTV, and this is, of course, our view, your view, basically your view. But this is us against our guests. Most of the time you're the ones doing the questioning, and she's going to be giving us answer. But today we want to hear more about the fate of Ekiti people. And in the building, of course, is not someone new to us. She goes by name. I need to give her this doctorate. Doctor. Supposedly, Mrs. Umar Essay. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good to have you here again.
Good to be here.
Okay, good. Because at this point, you come into the studio today, I have this feeling like I want to talk again. Like, why are these people doing this? I have that urge. Like, that's how you feel right now.
No, not really. I mean, I always like any opportunity to share with people, to sensitize people, so that we can be prepared. Because the battle in 2019 is a strong one. We can tell
you're
that.
You're already seen it, Abi.
I mean, Ekiti showed us a lot, so
even when we're in Lagos,
even us in Lagos, so we're sitting tight. So we need to be prepared.
So first and foremost, how was your weekend?
I had a good weekend. Apart from, I mean, the drama in Ekiti State.
Wait, when you say drama in Ekiti State, you're making it seem as if you are somehow somewhere in Ekiti.
No, but the thing is, because I'm Nigerian, I don't have to be there to feel it. It's just like hearing that the people were kidnapped by Boko Haram people. I don't have to be one of the people that was kidnapped to feel what has happened, because it just tells us that if it can happen to them, it can happen to us. Okay,
good. So let me just go straight to this question. Would you say the Ekiti election, in your own word, was it free, was it fair, was it, so what would you say?
To be honest, I think we all know that it wasn't a free and fair election. The vote of the people, or the vote of the people, went to the highest bidder, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, that's my opinion. I'm entitled to my own opinion.
Yeah, sure.
I feel it went to the highest bidder. I don't know if you saw all those videos. There were a lot of videos making the rounds of ballot boxes being stolen, of people being paid money. So the PDP on one part was paying, I think, 4,000 naira,
Yeah,
and the
APC
upped that sum, and they were paying people 5,000. And these people that were being paid are civil servants who haven't received salaries
for a long
for
time.
months. So I mean, of course, these people are looking for how to feed at the end of the day. They're not thinking, oh, 4 years, how far is it? If you're paying people 4,000 naira for the next 4 years, you're saying that
Like you're sabotaging
their lives are worth
1,000
naira a year. Even less than minimum wage in a month is ridiculous. But you can't blame the people of Ekiti State, the basic people, the civil servants. What do? They haven't seen money now. They haven't been paid.
I like you said that they haven't seen money.
No, but it's the truth. So that's the problem we have now in Nigeria. It's not even so much the electoral violence. It's not all those things. The main problem we have is that votes can and have always and will continue to be bought if we don't find a way out.
All right, guys, stay connected. And one go straight to hot topic before we just dive deep into this. Okay, stay connected. She's still here. If you have questions, please do send them. Okay, but stay here. Stay connected.
Ekiti decides. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, on the 15th of July 2018 declared the All Progressive Congress Party APC candidate Dr. Kayode Fayemi as the winner of the Ekiti State 2018 gubernatorial election, which was conducted on the 14th of July 2018. He defeated the current deputy governor of the state and candidate of the People's Democratic Party PDP, Professor Kolapo Olushola. As the election of the Ekiti State drew nearer, many prominent indigents of the state trooped in to show their interest. 35 candidates took part in the race for Ekiti State governorship seat, unlike in the past when it was narrowed to just two popular political parties, the All Progressive Congress APC and the People's Democratic Party PDP. Although many of the candidates had contested in previous gubernatorial elections, and some are political office holders ranging from senators to deputy governor, appointees, and so on. In the last governorship poll, which was concluded on the 21st of June 2014, Mr. Ayodele Fayose defeated the then incumbent governor and the just concluded elected governor, Dr. Kayode Fayemi. The tenure of the incumbent governor, Mr. Ayodele Fayose, expires on the 15th of October 2018. We hope the governor-elect, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, will see his victory as a clarion call to serve these people and not disappoint those who have put their trust in his ability to provide good governance for the state.
So guys, welcome back. Apparently that was our own, should I call it research, or basically what, for those that didn't know what happened, that's for those that are foreign, let me use that word, that's what happened over the weekend. Let's go straight to, should I say, Fayemi? Let's start with Fayemi. Being an opposed, I know how many of them were in this, like
35 people that contested for the election.
Okay, and what happened to the remaining 32 people?
So there goes our problem. I feel like this is beyond the political parties. I think it's a Nigerian thing. We're not interested in people we don't know. We're not interested in finding out information about them. We're not interested in watching their debates. We're only interested in the popular faces, And those are the faces that keep getting recycled, and we keep complaining, but they're still the ones we go to the polls for. Because at the end of the day, they're the ones that are dropping the money that's making people vote.
Good. Right now, back to, you used the word that I was going to come to, which is recycle. So in 2007, yeah, I guess. Okay, let's start with 14, when Fayose came in line. I want to now talk about Fayemi himself. What do you think about his years in government rather, and now that he wants to come back? Do you think he's actually going to make it change, or is going to? I don't know what English to use in that sense.
So I think, again, that's part of the problem that we have. We are not really bothered about history. Nigerians just want drama. We don't really care about where a person is coming from, because when Fayemi was governor of Ekiti State, he lost his second term when he contested for his second term to Fayose. And at that time, you remember there was a lot of controversy at the time. Everybody was saying, oh, he had been stealing money, or he didn't do anything. He wasn't a grassroots person. The people did not feel him, and there was nothing that was done in Ekiti State. But apart from that, even the governor, Fayose, although he's a very dramatic man, also came out to say that he had spent so much of the
money,
state's money building the government house, furnishing his rooms, personal rooms and bathrooms, spending millions to do that. So that same person today, his sins have been wiped away. All that matters is let us change with 4,000 naira.
I know I had to make it in now because I'm trying to understand. Because after sitting back to like, okay, who is firing exactly and all that? Because I felt, okay, if you're bringing somebody in, it has to be someone who's with prospect or someone who's giving you something.
No, but even after that, he has been a minister. He was a 7 minister in this Buhari's government. He just resigned so that
he could go for
further his political.
I was waiting for another adjective to that. Okay, quick one. Now I want to come back to the election because there's so much that went on, and you're talking about dramatic. We'll come back to that aspect, but I want to talk about like what happened or transpired in the election. First and foremost, you already mentioned the whole highest bidder paying this one. Whoever paid higher got people's vote. But I want to talk about like the presence of heavy military personnel when it comes to soldiers, police, state police, and all of that. What do you think was that? Because I think that happened during the time of fire share. Yes. Now is also happening this time. So what do you think is really, really happening?
So I feel like the ruling party came out to make a point, because this time at the last election when Fayose became governor, he was contesting for the seat, and he had the power of the federal government. So the federal government, at that time Jonathan was president, and I remember they sent about 15,000 policemen to the states, you know, to ensure that the PDP got the seats and all that. Well, this time I think the federal government came out to prove a point that if you gave us 15, we're going to double that number. and so they came with 30,000 policemen. I mean, it is so problematic because we have people killing in Zamfara, we have people killing in Benue State and all that. I've not heard of all these people being sent to those places. What are they doing? Monitoring elections. We have INEC, for goodness sake. There were soldiers sent there. There were people from the DSS sent there. 2,000 people. What were all these people doing? So I feel all these things happen to just scare people. Like when you see that there's so much heavy police presence, there's so much military presence, you're like, no, even apart from that, why would I want to come out to vote? What am I fighting for? Do you understand? So the people who come out to vote are the people who know that there will be dividends to be received, and I'm coming out to receive it. People who come out to vote are people who are bold and ready to fight or are ready to be paid to go. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, very
Most of the regular people who initially got their people who wanted to vote did not come out to vote. They're scared. Nobody wants to lose their life. Nigeria is a place of stray bullets. It's a
stray bullets.
No, but it's the truth.
Even if it's intentional, you hear stray bullets.
You remember when the PDP did their rally a few days to the elections, and there were bullets shot. Everywhere. There was tear gas everywhere. If that can happen to the governor of a state, sitting governor of a state, I don't know whether that person was being dramatic. I mean, I wasn't there. But from the videos we saw, from what he has said, we have to take his word for it. Sure. From what he has said, if that can happen to the sitting governor of a state, that's the chief security officer of the state.
How much more
the common man? What's your story? You sit in your house. If I had a child that was old enough to vote, I would tell the same thing. My husband won't tell me he's going out to
vote. What are you looking for?
And I'm somebody who is so passionate about, but what are you doing? I mean, your life is more important to me at the end of the day than fighting a battle that we already lost before the day came.
All right, good. That was a very good one. I was going to go to the dramatic part, but I want to ask this question now. Still on that. Okay, that was fine. Now coming to Fayose. After so many while in his office, I just realized that EFCC came at him after he had lost. Why did they come after he has lost? I was so curious. Like, so is it that if he won this, would he have still gone, or there's a reason behind,
no, but
or they're being
even
compromised?
If he had won it, his executive power is lost the day he drops the office of governor. He's still governor, to be fair. I mean, he's governor-elect until he takes his oath. So Fayose is still, for all intents and purposes, the governor. But while you are governor, you have executive immunity. the EFCC cannot go after you until you drop that position.
Okay.
So I think it was just a warning, and they deleted it shortly after. So.
Okay. So is that supposed to make us feel like, okay, yes, they're coming for her? Because I feel for that to have popped up, people would want to know.
Oh, but considering the rate at which Nigeria is going, the APC, they are very vindictive people. We have seen that. No, it's a fact. Fashe has been the strongest critic of the APC government.
And it's really pinching them.
No doubt a lot of things will happen to him. I mean, we saw I don't know if you saw the tickets that he has booked a first-class ticket and he's leaving the country.
I did. Maybe
or he was meant to leave the next day. And there are so many jokes saying, oh, he was in Cotonou, he left for Cotonou that same night and all those kind of things. But that's how Nigeria is today. You don't have freedom of association, you don't have freedom of speech. Once you say the wrong thing and then you now mistakenly misfire, you're in trouble. He's in trouble.
I like that. He's in trouble. All right, guys. We're going to take a quick break, and this is going to show you guys like some of the dramatic. Actually, that's dramatic. Before I come back to the question, I'd like to ask. Let's see some of this footage of Fashe in his time, and I'll probably throw my question in that. Like, stay connected. Don't go anywhere.
I am not a small boy. I was governor in the days of Ojikalu, Governor Tinubu, all these big wigs of today. We were governors at the same time. I'm a big boy. Some of the people who are governors today are probably council chairman or PA or something to somebody. I know that matter will hit some people, but I will leave it for tomorrow. If nothing is done about this election, Nigeria may go into flames. I plead with you. If I can be treated like this as a governor, what will happen to the common man on the street? For a policeman to say, I said I'm the governor, he said, Governor, my foot. We are going to deal with you. On Saturday, the results are written, we are going to deal with you. And if we see you again, we will do. And they ordered that they should use the butt of the gun, and they hit my neck with the butt of the gun and kicked the balls of my deputy governor and the candidate of the party. The secretariats were locked down. They tore all his posters. And for me to explain, they started shooting sporadically and shot into the government house and shot tear gas at the people. So many people were wounded. If this is the democracy we are looking for in 2019, there is danger ahead.
Welcome back, guys. Whenever I see that footage, I always get to laugh. So now, I showed you two footage, which is where he was saying, I'm a big boy. They should not, I was governor in the time of, and all of that, and he was bragging. So, what has changed? Big boy of then and lament. I'm sorry I'm laughing, guys, but I couldn't just help it. I think Fashe is just one. I was trying to run away from one word being a gimmick, but I was going to ask you that question. What do you think? Do you think he's a gimmick or he's overly dramatic?
I think he's a dramatic man, but we should not focus so much on how he expresses himself, but we should sometimes listen to what he says. He says a lot of things that make sense. As the chief security officer of his state, this should never have happened to him. Okay. He was saying, now we cannot verify whether this actually happened or it didn't happen because police people have said it did happen. But they were saying that there are people that accosted him with a gun, and they were saying they were sent to kill him and all of that. And someone hit him with a gun, and there was tear gas and all that. I mean, it may not have happened to him, but we are aware that there was tear gas that went off in Ekiti State. We are aware that there was so much military presence and police presence in the state. This is not normal. It's not what should be expected in a free and fair election that we're preparing for. If this happens, what will happen in Lagos or Abuja or wherever when we are voting next year? What will happen when we are voting for president? Is this how we will be scared and cowering? Because if this can happen to a governor, what will happen to us? So it's not something we should laugh about. It's something we should take seriously and realize that if they can threaten people's lives like this government is, they're ready for us, so we should be prepared. That's all. Okay,
so because of what you've said now, should that be a sense of concern for us, like in 2019 when we're going to be all voting? And but for some reason I don't know why I feel like that. Let me not see like I'm being futuristic right now, because I know. But do you think people should be concerned about like security measures and all of that in 2019?
I think we should really be concerned about security measures. I mean, records have shown that our government really doesn't care about our lives. They don't care about the security of your lives or my life, or, you know, we are irrelevant. These people will send 30,000 people to go and ensure that they win an election. 30,000 policemen, that's 10%, if not more, of the entire police in Nigeria. How large is Ekiti State? Ekiti State is not up to 1% of the entire population in Nigeria. Wow. So, I mean, it's ridiculous. But that's what can happen in Nigeria. So we need to be careful. We need to watch our backs. But at the same time, we need to watch our votes. We need to make sure that our voices are heard. We should not also be scared, because a lot of people are saying that if the APC can win in Ekiti, it means that the APC is a very popular party, and definitely they are going to win the presidency. I feel that we should not begin to feel defeated already.
So how can we change that mentality? Because right now, and I'm considering like the whole new party name and another party and all of those things, how can we be sure that, okay, this is what we want? Because right now, you can't for sure say, this is the person I want. Trust me, because at this point, like we all know how they did in Ekiti, highest bid and all of those things. I know to some certain extent that's going to happen. They're going to bid out, okay, go and vote for this person. So how can we come out to say, okay, these are the people that we want, and even if we did not, the person that we want did not make out like to the list, let's be sure that we had a good fight. How can we be sure that we do all these things?
At this point, I think we need to tell ourselves the truth, and the truth is that the APC and the PDP are the same people. They are just recycling themselves. So the minute we say we want change, change does not include anybody. In fact, let me not say that, because that's a wrong statement to make. Change is not really about the party you're from. Change is about what you can do for us. We need to see your track records, what you have done before now. So when you see people who have failed before now, why are you bringing them back? Let's not do that. Let's begin to trust people, new people. They may be new faces, but who knows? They may change the destiny of Nigeria. Check out their track records. So right now, what we should be doing between now and February is that we should be doing a lot of research, finding out about these candidates, whoever is coming up, what have they done? Don't criticize them without hearing from them. Let's have debates. Let's hear what these people have to say. Pick their minds. Find out who has better manifestos for us, for example. This is what we should be doing. I don't think we did it for Ekiti. Even myself, I was saying, because a lot of people were saying, oh, I wish you had been sharing on your page about the candidates, like give us more details on each individual candidate, because you don't get to find out about them. Even when they do debates, let's be real, who watches most of the other candidates? But this is what we have to do if we want to believe in a Nigeria that we are dreaming or hoping is going to come. This is what we have to do. We have to give other people a chance. Let's look beyond the APC brackets or the PDP bracket. Forget about the party. Look at the person. Let's vote a person. Let's not vote a party this time.
Okay, let's vote a party. Let's vote a person, not a party. Okay, we have a caller right now. Let me see if I can get this call. Hello?
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 Hi, good evening.
Good evening. Hello, how are you? What's your name and where are you calling from?
Actually,
Oh, we lost that one. Okay, guys, the numbers are actually on the screen. Please do call us, and you can add your contribution to what you think. So this is going beyond just Ekiti deciding, because they've already decided. What do you think the fate of 2019 election would be? All right, guys, we're going to go on a quick break. When we come back, we just have 1 or 2 questions, and we'll wrap up the show. Don't go nowhere, guys. Stay connected. SceneOneTV is live. All right, guys, welcome back. So she just said something like off the show, which was going to be my next question. Now, I don't know if we have gotten to that point of, okay, this person didn't do anything, let's try a new soup, more or less, or something like that. And that's why I was curious that Fahmi didn't do anything as such, because I wasn't so much paying attention to his time. But I have not heard anything particular that I say, okay, hey, that made Ekiti so, like, you know, developed and all of those things. I've really not heard so much about. So why do we feel like, okay, this person has not done anything, let's just try something different? Are we, this is now gone beyond Ekiti now. Are we going to do the same thing when it comes to 2019 as for having a presidency, or, okay, I can't even use Lagos State, for instance, because of course Lagos State has been doing something. But let's use this in as for presidency. Do you think we're going to do that same routine of this person didn't do something, let's try?
Honestly, I really think we should continue to do that. We should continue to let them know that the power belongs to the electorate. If you don't work, you'll be kicked out, and your party most likely will be kicked out as well. Okay. Morrissey was not a contestant in this election. Yeah. His party was. His vice president was. His vice governor, I mean his deputy governor was the candidate. But he was kicked out. Why? Because of his own track record. We judge you based on your track record. After all, you both have had the same manifesto you were working on. Morrissey has left the people. Civil servants have not received. Do you know that they were paid some money to mobilize them to go and vote? They were paid. Because I haven't heard they were paid like 3,000 naira. Yes. So I was wondering if that was supposed to be their salary. Or of course, it's not their salary. They just, you know, take some small sort of thing and have hope for the future. It's ridiculous. Man. So if you can't do that, then you should be kicked out. Why have you not been giving them 3,000 like way before now, or a month, so we know that okay, that's like part of their salary and stuff. There you have it. My goodness. Okay, so I want to come down to a little bit of INEC, because we have a lot of this and that. How can you say in 2019 we need INEC to give us what it is that we have voted for, or what it is that we are striving to vote for? See, as it is now, we cannot guarantee that INEC can give us free and fair elections. See, what we need is independent observers. We've had them. We have people. A lot of people stood by the ballot boxes. I mean, but you can only do so much. You stand by the ballot boxes. You want to fight. You know who must count it here. If they finish counting and then they collate it, you're not there at the collating center. Even if you sit down at the collating center till the next one, you're not there when the winner is declared. You can only do so much. So the one you can do, do it. Ensure that your people are not going to the polls hungry, so hungry that a bag of rice or a bag of pure water will placate them and ensure and make them vote for whoever. You know, ensure that people are well fed. Well fed and prepared. So we need NGOs, Seth. This is what we need NGOs. No, it's the truth. This is what NGOs should be doing now. Prepare food. Just be giving food. Follow your heart. Vote. Follow your heart. We're not going to tell you who to vote. Just follow vote. Your heart and vote. What if you take our vote elsewhere? No, okay, let me not say our vote basically, but what if you take the votes that we are supposed to have, that you do the right thing, and you take it like elsewhere? You still go after you collect food, because I think, like, I don't know how much we have to put into sensitizing people to know that you have to do what is right, because everyone is doing this all man for himself. Now waiting my family go chop, make we do. Exactly. So how much can we put into people's minds to know that we can't continue doing this? We need that. We need the national spirit. We need more celebrities. We need more people. Regular, you and I, you know, come out and talk to others, sensitize them, let them realize that, see, it's not about today. Oh, many of our parents were speaking so beautifully about Nigeria. Chinua Achebe, I don't know if you've read his book, There Was a Country. There indeed was a country. There was a time when Nigeria was so amazing that 1 naira was equal to $1 and all that. Those are stories we cannot tell our children. We hope that in 20 years or 30 years to come, we'll be able to tell our children. But what if it doesn't happen? How can you guarantee that it will happen? Hello.
Hello.
Hello, how are you, Ice Baby?
I'm good, and you?
I'm very well, I'm blessed. Been a while. What have you been up to? Let's start with that.
Yeah, longer time.
Okay, I understand. So what do you want to contribute to the show?
How's everything?
Very fine, dear. Thank you. How's school? How's work? How's your fiance? Hello? I don't think. Can you?
Okay, just our victory we are celebrating.
Okay. Oh, your victory. Oh, that's good.
Everything is good. It's just our victory.
Oh, yes, you France people. Oh, is that why you have a hat on your? Oh, no wonder. Can you see her? She has this red, white. Oh, nice. Anyway, how are you doing today, though? Okay, I don't think
Everything is good. Everything is
okay,
good.
do you want to contribute to the show?
And you?
I'm fine, I'm good. Do you want to contribute to the show?
Not really. You know, I'm not Nigerian, so I don't have
Okay, I know she's
saying.
Senegalese, so she
Okay.
feels like she doesn't have to come. But so help us, tell us what we can do to make Nigeria better. Just tell us what we can do to make Nigeria better. Won't mind, eh?
Okay, I will think that. I think another time I will think about that.
Okay.
But for now, I just want to be quiet and listen.
Can you imagine? She wants to be quiet. Okay, no problem. No worry. Stray bullets cannot touch you in France. You are far away from all that rubbish. All right, dear. Thank you so much for calling.
Okay,
Bye.
you're welcome. Bye bye.
All right, dear. All right, good. Yeah, she's Senegalese, but she loves Nigeria so much. All right, good. So now, I think I've said very little, and but at this point, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. Now, people are telling you to talk about candidates this time around. So, who are the prospective candidates for 20? I know we don't have everybody declared?
Oh, you mean for the presidency?
Yeah, for the presidency.
Well, it's still open. People can still declare at any point. But I feel like Saraki has declared. Donald Duke has declared.
Donald Duke
has declared. Atiku Abubakar, of course, has declared.
And I think there's going to be a problem there when that article's on there. When Saraki has and
yes, and President Buhari himself, of course, is not training.
I didn't know why you're
giving up.
But you're hopeful for that man, I'm sure.
I'm hopeful for him.
Yeah, you're hopeful for him.
No comment. I don't know comment on it.
Okay, so can you shed just a little light on who are this some of these people? We have a caller. Hello. Hello.
Ewo, Ipiko.
I picked. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine now. I'm so shy right now. Good evening.
Good evening, dear. Don't be shy. Go on. Take your time. How are you?
I'm really sorry. Okay. What I want to explain is say, man speak pidgin, because I'm pidgin and sabi.
Okay, no wahala. Go on.
Later. Show.
Speak the pidgin. Go on. Okay, what's your name? Let's start with that. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Caro.
Caro.
Okay, let me go.
Okay, see, Caro, where are you calling me from?
What I want to be say, I think that Nigeria issue.
Go on.
Oh, sorry, sir.
No, it's fine, but go on, I'm listening.
Okay, let me explain. Let's call soon now, me and you gotta talk. Let's.
This pigeon is quite.
No, change.
Oh Jesus! Oh, I really wanted to hear her opinion. I won't lie to you guys. Like I was so curious to know what she was going to say. So back to what you were saying about the aspirants. Who do you think we need to shed more light on? Like we need to put our focus on basically.
Personally, I think that we should put our focus on Governor Donald Duke. Governor Donald Duke. I feel like we should look into him. He really.
Why not Fela Durotoye?
He really did well
as a governor. Or why not Fela Durotoye? Because I really want to make right now.
Durotoye is good. You know, he motivates us and everything. But the problem would
we
be
need
that
more than
he hasn't really done a lot in the political sphere, and you know we want to see the track record of somebody. At least for Donald Duke, you can say that when he was governor of Cross River State, he achieved this and achieved this and achieved this. But I don't know about Fela Durotoye, and I don't want to be the kind of person who tells people, oh, look at this person and go and do this. It's wrong because it's the same thing we're kicking against. You know, don't force our vote. Let us come to a decision ourselves. So my own thing to everybody would be just research and follow your heart. Follow the person you actually believe is going to do better for Nigeria than what has been done in the past 20 years and over.
All right, guys, thank you so much for this beautiful show. For me, basically, I was going to say, but I don't want to sound like I'm stigmatizing one person to the other. I think, speaking of Donald Duke, I followed through his track record and it seemed like he's promising. But other people, I don't want a case whereby we're going to start making out on different notes. But it's all good. 2019 is just about the corner, so let's start fast tracking our legs. But if you've not gotten your PVC and you're in Nigeria, please Go and get your PVC. Please get your PVC. Like that's like one thing right now. That's like the in thing right now. Go and get your PVC, especially those that are thriving so much to get it, and there's this heartache to getting it. We're so sorry about that. I'm apologizing on behalf of Nigeria. See, we'll
keep pushing.
We'll keep pushing. As in, your vote is actually indeed needed. Thank you so much, because the show has been indeed awesome. Our views, your views. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Asimo, for contributing. Yeah, and for people that want to know your page, like, please share that so they can go and learn more and know more. So tell them.
Okay, my page is at Nigeria underscore decides. Nigeria underscore decides.
Nigeria underscore decides. Please search for her on Instagram and follow up. Don't worry, you're going to hear so much. She's going to update you guys on what's going on and happenings on all of these things, okay? And who and where or who you should follow your heart to. She's not actually going to tell you who you should go and meet, and she's not going to give you 1,000 naira or 3,000 naira. Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in. God bless you guys. Same time next week. I love you guys. See you on Wednesday. Take over. You know who's taking over now? Bless you guys. Take care. Ciao.